Hi, this is section 10.3, objective 4. Going back to what we talked about in the previous objective. This one right here relates to it. The exponents in the radicand and the index of radical have a Gray's common factor of 1. So they can't have any common factors, in other words. That applies to this example right here. So in this case, both of these have a factor of k, so we can actually just cancel that out and then reduce from there. So I'm going to do two examples. Here's the first one. Okay, so if I look at 25 and 10, both of those are factors of 5. So I write the 10 as 2 times 5, and the 25 as 5 times 5. From there, the 5's cancel out, and I get the square root of x to the 5th. Okay, now remember, square root, you don't technically have to put a 2 there. It automatically means square root. Now I want to simplify this, because again, this is higher than what we have outside here for the index. So I'm going to write x to the 4th times x to the 1. You could put a 2 here or not. And then separate these two. Four divided by 2, if I reduce that, gives me x squared. And I'm still left with the square root of x inside there. Okay, so there's that one. And then here's another one, a little bit harder one. 12 and 38 both have a factor of 2, so I rewrote those. 12 is 2 times 6, 38 is 2 times 19. Cancel out the 2, and I rewrite it as this. Okay. 19 is bigger than 6, so I'm going to write 19 as a greatest common factor of 6 that's smaller than 19. So whereas 18 and 1, 18 plus 1 gives me 19, and 18 is a factor of 6. Okay, and then I'm going to separate these two right here. 18 divided by 6 gives me 3, and then this stays inside the radical. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and work on the bottom of the sheet. These examples are not in the homework. We took them out. But I do want to do one with the Pythagorean theorem, which is objective 5. The Pythagorean theorem you've probably seen before. You have a right triangle. This is called the hypotenuse. This leg squared plus this leg squared is equal to the hypotenuse squared. So in this case, I want you to find this leg B. So this is my A. So there's A squared. Here's my B squared. And that's equal to C squared. I went ahead and I squared both of those. I subtracted 16 from each side. Then I want to take the square root of each side. A lot of times you put plus or minus, but a distance can only be positive, so I just put square root of 128. And I want to put this in simplified radical form. 128 is 64 times 2, where 64 is a perfect square. And then I separate the two. The square root of 64 is 8, so my answer is 8 square root of 2.